Salud mi gente, your boys coming through once again. And on today's video, we're going to talk about the Salinas Valley incident. Multiple batteries on staff by one inmate. Before we continue with this video, do not forget to hit the like. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. For those who've been subscribed, thank you very much. We've made it to 8,000 subscribers. I do highly appreciate it. Your boy is tired, man. It's my Friday. I'm not feeling it. So I'm drinking some good stuff right here. I don't know what I'm drinking, man. I got that selective memory. But it's some good stuff. Don't ask questions, right? So I seen this one video, right? Where they're saying that in Salinas Valley, there was a riot, right? I don't know how legit it is, but I didn't get that much information on it. It was just a riot, simple riot. Usually when riots are going to kick in a yard, for those who have never been in prison, you know when it's going to happen. Once you touch, trust me, once you touch that yard, they're going to let you know, like, hey, it's about to go down. Don't go this way. This group against this group. It's cracking, right? The cops know as well. Maybe between them, they're saying, okay, ready, guys? We're about to spray the shit out of these individuals, or these inmates. Let's do this. Bomb their asses or something like that, But that's how it goes down. Eventually it cracks off. They go crazy with it, throw bombs. They tell everybody get down. Eventually when they shoot the Mini 14, everybody goes down. But on this occasion, I don't think they're shooting the Mini 14 no more. That thing's just picking up dust. So I imagine that something that would happen, right? Now, the interesting part, the one thing I want to talk about is the battery on staff that took place in Salinas Valley from inmate Casares, if I'm not mistaken, right? So apparently after this riot, right, you're gonna assume the place is on lockdown, right? Or is controlled movement, right? It was said that the cops, the two-floor cops, gave a direct order to this inmate, right? What direct order is gonna make sense? Maybe step out of your cell. That's the only thing that makes sense, right? Step out of your cell. It's supposed to be in the cell. A riot just took place. They're saying that the inmate acted aggressive towards these two cops, right? Which it is valid. It's valid. Maybe the guy, trust me, I've been in that situation, in where they go into your cell, and then something happens, and then guess what? You end up in the hole with battery on staff. I had that charge before, The thing is that apparently this inmate got both of those cops, right? Beat them up. Take the pepper spray and everything. Which, I mean, to take the pepper spray is kind of like a lot, because there's two people, there's two cops against one inmate. The pepper spray is it has like a little, I don't know, it's like a little safety thing. You know what I mean? You just can't just take it out. But they just go with that, right? So this inmate beat up these two cops, battery on staff, for sure, on both of them. Oh, he's gonna get some charges for sure. Well, right here, the thing is that right here, that inmate should be placed in handcuffs and sent straight to ADSEC. At this moment, when he committed that act, at that moment, when he committed the act, he should have been sent to ADSEC, right? But I heard that later on, when they were trying to send him to ADSEC because of what he had done, right? Apparently he was back in the cell. For me, it does not make sense, right? But I don't know. CDCR is weird. Inmates, cops, they'll run their own program. I don't know. Now, this is the interesting part, because the story goes that after this individual, inmate Casares, did what he did, Martin Casares did what he did, another set of cops came through to escort him to ADSEC, right? And then as they were walking with him in the rotunda, that's when inmate Cáceres started batter the cops again, right? So I don't know how many batteries on staff he got, but I know he got two for the first two officers plus the ones in the rotunda. Now I'm gonna give you my perspective as an inmate, right? Because that's a story that's put out there. Now, that's my perspective as an inmate. When you're an inmate, you understand that once you touch a cop, it's gonna be all bad. It's gonna be all bad. I've been in those places in where they'll break your limbs just for doing shit like that. High desert Tehachapi. So when inmate Cáceres got out from those two officers for whatever reason he did, and they didn't take him to ATSIC, or let's say they took him to ATSIC right there and then, because everybody's gonna come in to assist the cops, and the inmate's gonna supposedly act up on the rotunda. For me, that's BS. We know one thing as an inmate is that once they take you in the rotunda, no eyewitnesses, no cells can look through. No cells can see what's going on. If you're doing it in the day room, it's in the open. Every cell can see. But if you're doing the rotunda, nobody can see nothing. It is known for CEOs to get off on inmates on rotundas, especially when they're handcuffed. I might be wrong, but I think this is what happened. And that's one thing that I have seen multiple times in where an inmate tell a story about the homie who stabbed a cop. They took him to a rotunda. They shot him with they beat him up. They took him to a rotunda handcuffed, right? Once he was handcuffed on the rotunda, they beat him up right there. They shot him with the block gun on the face, put him to sleep. What was it? The sergeant got on top of him, pulled out his eye. Rotunda, there's no eyewitnesses, and they can tell you, they can put whatever story they want on you. That's why when I hear stories like this, man, I'm like, hold on, rotunda. What inmate is gonna do? Come on, man. There's no cameras. There's nothing. There's no witnesses to see what's going on. What inmate is gonna do that in a rotunda? You already know how that goes. They'll escort you to a rotunda, probably face the wall, and they get on your ass, talking shit, punching you, just to try to provoke you. And maybe this guy, that's what happened. At the end of the day, this guy was on the wrong for assaulting or batter those cops at the beginning. So whatever he got coming later on, I don't know. You judge, was it right or was it wrong? In my belief, is like, if you don't get your money right there and then, don't try to get it later on. Because you miss your chance. You miss your chance. At the end of the day, the one who's gonna be losing, the one who's gonna be facing charges, is the inmate, not the cop. That's just my opinion. But it's something that I did witness a lot. That's something that I'm familiar with. Knowing that once you're in the rotunda, it's going to be all bad. It's going to be all bad. You know what I mean? So when I heard that story about this inmate doing a quadruple battery or whatever he did on cops, I didn't believe it. I think he did the first time. Possibly, right? That's the you can say, maybe it happened the first time, but the second time, nah, it didn't happen like that. I can guarantee that that inmate got beat up by the cops. Guarantee, man. Hey, it's prison. It is what it is. We know what we sign in for when we go to prison. So that is what it is, man. But at the end of the day, I believe that certain individuals should act with some type of professionalism. Just my opinion. But not everybody thinks like the same, right? So with this being said, we are out. To next video. Stay safe, and trust me, if you go to prison, do not get off on a cop, because if you are in that place, trust me. I mean, high desert, they were breaking arms. Even in Tehachapi, were breaking arms in 2008, I believe. That's when they got inside that office. They're breaking arms. You know, it's just something that you have to think about. It's something that is reality, even though a lot of people don't speak on it. But welcome to the green wall, or welcome, if they don't want to label it the green wall no more, welcome to the defiant COs, man. The gangster COs. That's how I used to call it in Tehachapi, the gangster squad. So with this being said, we are out to next video. Muchas gracias. Saludos.